hashtag let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000. So this hashtag is specifically towards, I guess it's specific towards Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, but it also relates to real life and how people should also be given opportunities to get their money up like that. Definitely. I mean, why not? We can count to Google, just like my other hashtag says. You know, hashtag why not? We can count to Google. Everyone could be getting paid $700,000 an hour, just like they were getting paid $7.50 an hour. So, anyways, going back to the Grand Theft Auto hashtag, it's basically, it formulated through, I guess, my brain work, obviously, but I mostly formulated this idea through the Xbox Live looking for group post system. And so what that is, I don't think I've ever explained it, so I will now. So what that is you can host a post for any language that you choose. Obviously I would choose English, but there are other languages you can choose, and you can connect with up to, you can make this post for up to, from 1 to up to 15 people. And then so in Grand Theft Auto Online you can have up to 30 players in a single free mode session, or sometime in some of the match-made games, or game modes you could say. So I like to get together with a lot of people at once. I'm used to that because I've played games like World of Warcraft, where it's an MMORPG, which means massive multiplayer online role-playing game. So I'm used to being able to play with a bunch of people at once. And so Grand Theft Auto giving us that opportunity online with the free mode sessions and some of the game modes or maps or matches. I like to try to get people together to do events or just to grind. So when I hosted those looking for group posts, everyone, like when I first got my Xbox One S back in 2017, I believe it was 2017, and yeah, I believe I got it. Yeah. So, anyways, the Xbox One S introduced the looking for group post system, and sorry, there's mosquitoes. And so, when I would post posts for Grand Theft Auto, oh yeah, I forgot to specify. These looking for group posts, you choose which game, you choose which language, and then you choose how many players you want to play with. 1 to 15 players. And so I play Grand Theft Auto, so I generally choose Grand Theft Auto. And then when you make a post, it saves into like history, and then you can go to your view history and repost the same post. And eventually, if you don't post the post, that same post, it'll automatically delete from your history, and then you have to reset it up. And there are tags also. You can set tags, basically like hashtags. They have default tags. Anyways, I don't want to go into depth about it, but yeah, you can make your own tags, and then people could search. For instance, in my case, if I wanted to, I could put IN8K, and then so if people remembered me, or if they wanted to reconnect with me and they just wanted to check to see if I had a post going at the time, they could type hashtag, or they'd type IN8K in the tags section, and then they could find my post if I have IN8K as a tag. And so, sorry, I'm slowly building this, but here we go. Yeah, so I would make these posts saying, let's grind, let's link up and let's grind. And then I would sometimes say, I would say, let's link up and grind, I'm level such and such. So I'd say, let's link up and grind. I'm level 627, whatever number it was at the time. And not many people, if any at all, even showed up. So I was trying to figure out ways to get people to get together and grind, or just to link up, or even do events and stuff. So some of those, the way that you word it is it's very unsuccessful. So it's discouraging sometimes. And so I eventually formulated a sentence, and the sentence said, let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000. So let's break that down. Let's means let us. So let's become. The word become means grow to be. So let us grow to be trillionaires and rank 8,000. So I'm saying we're aiming high. Let's go to the highest level. Let's aim to do that. Let's do this. Let's grow to be that at that point. Let's grow to be. Let's gradually get to that point. So a lot of kids or teenagers or even some adults, they read that and they think, oh wow, he's giving away money. Oh wow, he's ranking me up. You know, and it's like, it's a common misconception. Let's say there's about 20 to 40% of the people that come and they're just like, oh wow, he's giving away money, he's a modder, he's a money dropper, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, it's really annoying for me, because I'm just a civil person trying to aim high with others. And then instead of me just having a casual gameplay experience and connecting with several people at once through that post system, I have to deal with people who falsely assume or accuse me of being a modder or a cheater. And then it's like, it could be, some days it could be more than 20 to 40% of people who assume that I'm cheating. And I don't like it. And it's not my fault. You know, modding, money dropping happened way back in, like, when the game first came out, back in like 2014, 2013, like between 2013 and 2015. So as I said in one of my prior videos in this playlist, my hashtags playlist, I said it nicely, but Rockstar Games, Sony, PlayStation, Microsoft, Xbox, and cybersecurity of the nation, or of the entire world, just the overall cybersecurity. So there's 6 overall responsible umbrella companies or entities for this badness, right? Because from 2013 to 2015 and still to this day, there's people doing money drops and modding, and so it's really discouraging for me. The way that those modders and money droppers did that is that they not only did money drops and just dropped a bunch of money bags on people by, you know, it's like by cheating. They even abused like their mods. Like mod stands for modification, or yeah, modification or modify. So even like they had that ability where they could drop money, but they also had crazy abilities where they could spawn stuff on top of you, or spawn you wherever they want, or just spawn on, the modder themselves, or whatever, the hacker, the cheater, they spawn on top of you, and like they could just like completely manipulate everything for the most part. And so furthermore, they would offer their services sometimes. Like some of those modders would offer their services, and people would give them gift cards, pay them in PayPal, pay them real money, however, I don't know. But generally, back in those times, 2013 to 2015, people were paying in PayPal or paying in gift cards. And the modders would actually, modders and money droppers and cheaters, hackers, would actually reach out and say, hey, I'm giving out money drops. I'll give you $1 billion if you pay me $10 in gift cards or PayPal. And the Xbox messaging system was translating this, was relaying this to was allowing it to happen, essentially, is what I'm saying. So Xbox enforcement permanently suspended me, which I don't think I deserved, but they allowed all of that to happen for years on end. And so, like I said, those 6 entities are responsible and should be, you know, even though they weren't the ones doing it for the most part, I'm assuming, maybe there were some secretive criminals within those companies. Rockstar Games, Microsoft, Xbox, Sony, PlayStation, and the cybersecurity of the internet. Maybe there were some secretive, like, workers who were doing that. I don't know. I guess the company can't investigate what people do on their free time in their real life for the most part. So, anyways, I mean, I don't know, but so yeah, it's just, it polluted the whole community. Not only was it very impure, and I like to see it as like it was it's white collar crime. Those are white collar crimes, and then for the companies to not do anything about, I mean, for them to not fully end it and stop those people from doing that, that's bad. And so I saw it as like, eventually I formulated the ideas about it. And I'm like, you know, that's like online drug dealing, the way that those modders and money droppers were doing that. And so, or even online terrorism, like that's bad. That's extremely bad. And it ruined the community for the most part. And it manipulated the community. So now a lot of people are greedy. They say, what's in it for me? What am I going to get paid? How much are you going to pay me? How much am I going to get paid? Hey, run Act 2 for me, which is a heist. Like, hey, run Act 2 for me. Run the heist for me. Run a heist for me. Like, it's like people aren't even very civil anymore. And I'm not saying it was all because of the modders, but a lot of it was because of the modders. And yeah, so going back to the hashtag, I feel like I covered everything right there. Yeah, I mean, really, let me emphasize on it. It ruined the community. It made everyone just assume, like, for instance, if I have a high level, like I have, right now I'm level 909 or 910 on my gamer tag INN8K out of 8,000 ranks, right? And so some people will come to me and either disrespectfully accuse me or, you know, falsely accuse me, or assume that I'm a cheater, or that I didn't grind for my rank to get to my rank and to get all the money that I got and earn and achieve all of the different things that I have, like the properties and the vehicles and the gear, the clothing that I'm wearing. So it's just really bad how that all happened, and all those 6 entities allowed it. It's very impure. And so furthermore, I started making those look at group posts that said, let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000. Xbox enforcement eventually started doing post takedowns and taking down my posts, basically trying to make me feel like I was doing something illegal, but really the word become means grow to be, and I'm trying to get together with fellow grinders to grind and level up and earn money. So I kept on contacting Xbox support, trying to fight my case, so to speak, trying to let them know, like, dude, the game is, you know, and here's another thing I have to emphasize on. The game is based around 2 things, really: money and rank. So if I'm saying, let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000, that's literally that's the whole point of the game, is to level up and earn money. So, or rank up. They call it RP. RP stands for rank points, I assume. They don't clarify that, I guess. So, let me let these sirens pass. I think they're coming by. Yeah, they're not too close, but... Alright, so back to the action, right? So, eventually, they kept doing the post takedowns, and I was just like, this is annoying. Like, they've done so many of them, and I'm just like, what the heck? Excuse my French. What in the world? And so eventually, actually within the past like 6 months or so, maybe a little bit further back, but within the past 6 months or so, I decided to add some words to that. And I said, because I want to make sure people understand. And even, actually, let me back up a little bit. It was getting to the point where people came to my looking for group posts rapidly. Like, it was this is kind of why Xbox Enforcement started to try to take down my posts, is because I started to trend a little bit. And still to this day, I trend when I make those posts. And so I would have 15 people come to my post within 3 to 5 minutes, easily. And so, I started to clarify. I got this keyboard. It's called the Corsair keyboard, and specifically, the edition of it is K55, and it has 6 macro keys. And these macro keys will type out up to 43 characters for me automatically, just by pressing one key on the keyboard. And so I would press, and so when people would come to my post, assuming that I was doing a money drop, I would quickly say, reread my post with one key, and then another key I would have it type out www.dictionary.com/browse/become. So then they could learn about the word become and what it means. And so when you go to that website, it shows you that it's the definition of the word become means grow to be and whatnot, depending on which dictionary website you go to. So, now, like I was about to say, about 6 months ago, I decided to add a few words to that. And so I've recently began saying, instead of just that, I've been saying, let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000 gradually over time by grinding, or that was like what I first thought of. And then, but now I can't remember. Sorry, let me try to remember here. Now my post says, let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000 gradually. And I think it also says over time. So let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000 gradually over time. Just so people don't falsely assume the worst, that I'm or the best in their eyes, that I'm a money dropper, cheater, modder, and I'm gonna give them rank and give them money. And then also, I decided I'm trying to get together with up to 30 people. Might as well just add to it and say, I'm hosting a grind session, or I'm filling a session with 30 players. And also, there's the tags on the looking for group posts. I say, I recently mastered it and thought, the 3 tags that I'm only gonna put 3. One's gonna say grind session. One's gonna say friendly session, because that's what a lot of people say. Is they'll say, oh, is this a friendly session? Oh, let's make a friendly session and stuff like that. So grind session, so hashtag grind session in the looking for group post tags, friendly session, and then the third one says filling session with 30 people. So then people understand what I'm doing for the most part. I mean, and even still to this day, there's some people that come to me and say, so are you a modder? Are you doing a money drop? Or how much money can you give me? Or they'll come with a demanding attitude or demeanor, and they'll say, give me money, and they'll be very dominant and very uncivil and mean, and just, so sometimes I have to block those people. But yeah, there's people that still don't understand, because they're either too young and they don't care to read the whole post. They're just, really, there's not much to read. It says, let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000 gradually over time. And then it says, I put like a dash, and then I say, filling a session, or filling a free mode session. I think it just says fill in a session. Fill in a session with 30 players. But then the 3 tags, which I just mentioned as well. So it's like double clarification. So I was never, to begin with, ever trying to mislead anybody or falsely label myself or falsely represent myself as a modder or a cheater or a money dropper, ever. So Xbox Enforcement seems to hold a grudge against me, and it's really, I see a pattern here. It's like my old gamer tag, which was permanently suspended, IN8K, is my new gamer tag is now INN8K. So whatever type of reports that come my way, people reporting me for whatever it is and whatnot, I feel that because of the similarity of my gamer tag, my old gamer tag with my new gamer tag, it's so easy for me to get discriminated against by, let's say, the same person or same people in the Xbox enforcement team to remember me and be like, oh, his gamer tag was and his gamer tag is very similar. Let's ban him, let's target him, let's discriminate against him. And I don't like to think that way. I like to assume that there's professionalism within the Microsoft and Xbox employment field. I like to assume that. But for the most part, in my case, it's quite obvious that they're trying to, let's say, defame me. They're trying to, I'll just say it at that. We'll leave it at that. They're trying to defame me. They're trying to exclude me. They're trying to exclude me and defame me, it seems like. Not they as in the whole Xbox enforcement, but a lot of them or some of them. And just because I'm being creative and focusing on earnings, which is part of Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, which is the main part of Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. You earn and you grind, and then you get, you earn, you attain vehicles, properties, clothing, and so, and even aircraft. So I don't want to go on. We're going on past 20 minutes now, but I really just covered it all, and we really, I didn't want to get into the whole permanent account suspension, but I have to kind of, all of these pieces of the puzzle go together, and I have to put them together. As much as I don't want to have to vocalize all this and waste my breath on it and repeat myself about these things, I have to express it and get it done and over with. And I just wanted to teach you the origination of hashtag Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000. I forgot. Basically, after a while of them Xbox enforcement continuously taking down my looking for group posts, and I think I got temporary suspensions out of those looking for group posts sometimes, or just the post takedowns and whatnot. But I mean, they regardless, they would give me a hard time for using a keyboard to copy and paste things, even though you're allowed to send at least 1,000 messages a day from what they told me back in 2015, 2016 on the Xbox 360. And you can type up to 500 characters in a single message. So if I'm copying and pasting, and I'm not spamming like advertisements or anything in links and stuff, then that shouldn't be an issue for me to use a keyboard. If I can vocalize youtube.com/in8kpro, I should also have the same ability to type out youtube.com/in8kpro. There should be no difference. And recently, I'll go on, I kind of, probably said this in one of my past, my hashtag videos in that playlist, my hashtags. They recently gave us the opportunity, the feature, to share links over Xbox Live in the messaging system. So for instance, if I type www.youtube.com, it will actually show an underline underneath those letters, and when I send that, when the message goes through to the person, when the person reads it, they can select the message, and it'll give them the opportunity, it'll give them the option to press A again, like you press A to select the message and then you press A again, and it'll actually open up that particular link on the Microsoft Edge web browser on the Xbox console, on the Xbox One console. So they give us this feature, and then recently, the past 2 suspensions that I've gotten are because of me sharing my YouTube link, but it was part of me introducing myself through my looking for group post, Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000 gradually over time, filling a session with 30 players. I would confirm people to my post, and then I would invite them to 3 Xbox clubs that I own. Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I made a club afterwards, after a while of giving me a hard time, Xbox enforcement giving me a hard time. So I actually made an Xbox club titled Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000. A long time ago, I made one called GTA On Link. So GTA ONLINK. So it's just a mixture. It's a kind of a combination of GTA Online with GTA with my gamer tag IN8K, but it's spelled GTAONLINK and without the 8, without the number 8. So those are 2 clubs. And then the third club I own recently, I won't even mention it. It's for a new game called Bleeding Edge, and I don't know if cleverly is a word, but I came up with the clever idea that Bleeding Edge is a club already, so wait, let me make Bleeding Edge but BI instead of BL. So I made the title of the club BIEEDING space EDGE. So Bleeding Edge, but instead of BL, BI. So yeah, so that was a clever idea, and it's really helping. It's really cool. I mean, it almost makes me look like the owner. Excuse me. It almost makes me look like I'm the owner of that video game, and I'm not. But it's really cool because it looks like I'm the owner of the official club, so to speak. But I'm not, you know. And recently, over the past few weeks, like, people just constantly keep coming to the club. Like, and I know I'm kind of branching out. I apologize, but a lot of people have been requesting to join that club. So it's, you know, it's good to see my club. It's at 500 members now, that Bleeding Edge club, and it's a little over 500 members. And it's good to see that my club, one of my clubs, is growing pretty rapidly just by itself without me even having to send out the club invites. And so it feels good to be in control of it, and to be the originator of that idea, and have that clever idea where instead of typing out a different type of a club name, I figured it out, like BIEEDING space Edge instead of just, you know, like yeah. So, and of course, naturally, it's really enjoyable to see that video game grow, because that particular video game reminds me of World of Warcraft, the way that it's designed. It's like an arena game, and it's like you fight 4 versus 4, and it's very similar to the way that World of Warcraft works, and I really like it a lot. So anyways, going back to Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000, eventually I thought, you know, the Xbox enforcement team keeps on giving me a hard time, so I'm gonna make it a club, and I'm also gonna make it a hashtag. I'm gonna make it official, instead of letting them, you know, jump down my throat and always try to control me, so to speak. I don't even want to say so to speak. They're essentially trying to control me, and that's not fair. So so going back to how I work my looking for group posts, I get about 15 people within 3 to 5 minutes easily. And so what I do is I'll, you know, sorry, I kind of went off track a little bit, but here we go back, right? I say, I confirm the person, so then they're part of the post. I then invite them to the 3 clubs that I just mentioned: Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000, GTA OnLink, and Bleeding Edge, because I really enjoy the game and I want to support it. And then I invite them to my game, to my Grand Theft Auto game, my Grand Theft Auto online session on Grand Theft Auto 5. And then generally I have to send a second invite because of complications within the Xbox system or whatnot. Then I send a message with one of my macro keys, and that says, "Hi, period. Fun fact, I am a YouTuber, period." YouTuber, right? YouTuber, period. And then I put hashtag IN8K. So then I would copy and paste things like, feel free to add me as a favorite, feel free to add me to your home, because there's a friend system on Xbox Live where you can either have a friend or you can have a favorite. You can choose which one you want. But then you can also add people to your home, which means your dashboard. It's the modern day dashboard. If you had an Xbox 360, you knew that they called the screen, the main screen, the dashboard. Now they call it the home screen. So I would copy and paste the plans. I would say, we're going to be doing terabyte missions today, and you know, if my MC motorcycle club or CEO is full, CEO organization is full. If my CEO organization or motorcycle club MC is full, just unite with other players, and because my intention was to make it a grind session, but I never really clarified it very much. And then at first, originally, and then I would say, feel free to add me as a favorite, and also to your home, or maybe I was just saying, feel free to add me as a favorite. But originally, you know, but regardless, I eventually copying and pasting things like that, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to communicate with the people that come to your looking for group post, to tell them, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the plan. This is, you know, this is what the group is about. You're looking for a group? Here, join my group. But I'm going to tell you what we're doing through text, because I prefer text. I don't like to vocally communicate as much, and it's a lot easier for me. And especially now that I got this K55 Corsair keyboard back, I want to say 2018 on my birthday. It was just the best thing I ever got. I got it for $50 at Walmart, or you could get it from Corsair.com. Same thing, $50 on their website, and they'll ship it to you or whatnot. And so yeah, I can introduce myself by pressing one macro key. It automatically types out hi, period, fun fact, I'm a YouTuber, period, and then hashtag IN8K. It types that out for me, boom. Then I can get into inviting them to clubs, the 3 clubs. Then I can get into inviting them to the game, which is the primary reason of getting together, is to bring them to me. Looking for group, they're looking for a group. They want to get together with others that play the same game. And so then I would say, you know, feel free to add me as a favorite and to your home. I would most of the time say I play daily, and I would say I'm rank this, I'm rank that, or I'm level this, I'm level that, to let them know that, like, I take things seriously. And so after a while of me getting banned for that, I'm like, you know what? Cool, Xbox enforcement. I even called them out on it and titled a YouTube video saying, you know what? I will take 2 screenshots on Xbox Live of me in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, and you know, one day it triggered in my mind. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna change my Grand Theft Auto 5 Online crew emblem to a golden star, just temporarily. And then I'm gonna go to my facility property on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, and I'm gonna take a selfie, I'm gonna take a video clip and a screenshot of me standing with, let's say this is the star behind me. And it's just a golden star to represent my Grand Theft Auto 5 Online crew. And so, you know, let me prop this up for a second. And I'm wearing my Cyclops outfit, and I almost dropped it. I'm wearing my Cyclops outfit, and if you know about the screenshot, it has about 40. Sorry about that. Sorry. So if you know about that screenshot, it has over 40, both of those screenshots that I'm about to mention the second one afterwards. Both of those screenshots have over 40,000 views each, because I shared them that much. And so basically the screenshot shows me standing in front of a star emblem in my facility, and it's on my wall. The emblem is on my wall near the stairs and stuff. So, and I'm doing this with my Cyclops. I'm wearing my purple. Ow! My cramped my fingers. I'm wearing my purple Cyclops outfit where I have one eyeball, and I do this. You know, because there's player actions, or they call them actions now, where you can just do different things with your hands and stuff like that, and just basically move around or dance or do things with your hands and stuff on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. So I did this where it's like, surrender, like I'm afraid, and that's obviously adding to the funniness of, you know, the humor to how I should feel intimidated by Xbox enforcement for how they keep treating me. But anyways, I did this. So basically the character does this kind of like surrender. Oh, please, stop. I surrender. And instead of having 5 fingers, it's a Cyclops and it has 3. So he's doing this. And I took a picture of that. And then I captioned it, and I said in the caption, I say, it says, add me as a favorite, or add me to your favorites. Then I made a second screenshot where I'm standing in front of a home. This building where it looks like the home emoji. Like if you look up like a building emoji or a home emoji, it's like, it's just a casual looking house. Like example, like if you were playing Monopoly, you could see like it's like a house. I don't know. Anyways, a 2-story, 3-story house with a peaked roof, like a triangular roof, peaked roof. And so I stood there with my purple Cyclops outfit, and I don't remember how I posed, but I had my Raptor vehicle right in front of the house, right behind me. It's a baby blue Raptor, which is essentially, it's very similar to one of the Spiders, the Spider 3-wheel, where there's 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in the back. And so I captioned that screenshot of me standing in front of a house where it looks like the house emoji, the actual house emoji, and the Raptor next to me. And I captioned that screenshot saying, also add me to your home, please. And I make sure to say please, because I'm not trying to beg, I'm not trying to push the issue, I'm not trying to convince you. I just want you to know, add me as a favorite. And then in the second screenshot, also add me to your home, please. And I did that. I only did that. I had to do that because Xbox enforcement kept banning me for copying and pasting things. And it wasn't just that. I wasn't just copying and pasting. Feel free to add me as a favorite, and also add me to your home. I was saying a whole paragraph saying like what we're doing, what level I am, how often I play, which is daily. And then at the very end of my paragraph, I would say, feel free to add me as a favorite and also add me to your home. But I would not insist it. I would say feel free to. So they kept banning me for that. So then I made those 2 screenshots. So going back to how I operate my looking for group posts. Again, I confirm the person. I invite them to my 3 clubs. I invite them to my game multiple times generally. And then I message them and introduce myself. Hi, period. Fun fact, I'm a YouTuber, period. Hashtag IN8K. I need some water. Hashtag IN8K. Then I send those 2 screenshots, and when you send screenshots, you can either just send the screenshot and it'll show share attachment and it'll show a little paperclip, or you can type something or put an emoji if you'd like, because the Xbox messaging system within the past 2 years added a list of emojis that you could use, and then even like most recent used emojis list within that emoji list. So just like how cell phones have that ability, and it's been around for a while for cell phones, but not for people like on Xbox or this and that and the third. So I knew what I was doing, right? I'm representing a star. So when I send the star screenshot where I'm standing in front of the star and it's captioned, add me as a favorite, within the message, when I send the message, I don't just send the screenshot, I send the screenshot with a star emoji. So then they're like, oh, what, a star emoji attachment? Oh, they click it and then it says add me as a favorite. So then most likely, they'll add me as a favorite. Then the second screenshot, I send that as well. And it says, also add me to your home, please. And I send that with a home emoji, like a building, a house emoji. And then for a 4th message, I generally say, what do I say? Sorry, just give me a sec. I say, okay, this is what I say. I say, I'm rank 9:06, like right now I'm 9:09 or 9:10, so I would say today, if I were to make a looking for group post and send out those messages, I would say, for the fourth message, I would say, I'm rank 909 and I play daily, period. But then, because I introduced myself as a YouTuber, I would put a few emojis based around like filming and footage and clips. And then after a couple of those, I would write www.youtube.com/IN8KPro. And then I would put a couple more emojis, like a TV and then a couple eyeballs type of a deal or whatnot. Whatever it was, I can't remember now. Because Xbox enforcement, a couple suspensions ago, let's say 3-4 suspensions ago, the last 2 suspensions are about that, are about me sharing a link that they told me I could share. They said they added the feature to share links. So because of the last 2 suspensions, literally the two suspensions ago, they banned me for that and for sharing www.youtube.com/IN8KPro, and they even listed 3 different reasons. One of them for those emojis that were part of it, and me saying my rank and I play daily, which is part of Xbox Live and part of gaming and part of Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Like, you're supposed to tell people, hey, I'm active, I play daily, and I'm ranked this, because you want people to understand that you're serious, and I guarantee other people want to know that you're serious. So, I'm trying to say this the best I can, and I'm trying to not spend so much time on it. I shouldn't have to spend any time on it, to be honest, but here we are. And so because of the two suspensions ago, they banned me the past 2 suspensions for the same exact thing, for sharing the YouTube link, but I stopped sharing the YouTube link after 2 suspensions ago. It was July 1st. July 1st was when they suspended me, and it was just for a day, but still, for sharing a link, you gave us the option to share, to use that feature where we could share links through messages. Anyways, like, I'm not trying to be hostile, but, come on now. Let's be reasonable. And so after they did that, I said, you know what, cool, you guys want to keep harassing me for my communications using text, using keyboards? That's cool. I'll keep on squirming and squirming. I'll keep on moving around. I'll duck and weave, or whatever they want to say. Float like a butterfly, sting like a, like a Komodo dragon. So after July 1st, ever since July 1st, I stopped sharing the link. I just said, I'm rank 900 whatever, and I play daily. That's it, straight up, with a period at the end, done. Instead of sharing the link, because naturally people see me introduce myself as, hi, fun fact, I'm a YouTuber. They look at my channel before I even ask, or before they're like, wow, oh, it's a YouTuber. Oh, they look me up immediately on their cell phone or whatever it is that they have, tablet, laptop, computer, and I don't have to even ask them to look at my YouTube channel. So it doesn't hurt my feelings any to be limited to sharing links, which is a feature, which is an option that should be able to use on Xbox Live. So like I said, I'm just saying, for the 4th message, to the people that I confirm that come to my looking for group post, and I confirm, I say the 4th message, I say, I'm rank this 909, 910, and I play daily, period, done. 4th message, done. And if anybody tries to kind of keep talking to me, generally I'll say, I'll press a macro key that says, I'm here to play, not chat. Or if they ask for a party invite, I'll say, I'm here, I'll press that one macro key and it says to them, I'm here to play, not chat. And I'm not trying to be passive, but it's very hard for me to manage a looking for group posts and get people, keep sending out maybe 2-3 invites to some people who can't connect because of Rockstar Games servers or Xbox servers, or just because of the Xbox invite system not working properly. So I have to send out 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 invites to the same people, and So I'm already doing a lot of work. So when people try to get me to, hey, do you want to help me with this or help me with that, or hey, let me join a party, invite me to a party, I definitely have to have that macro key ready and say, I'm here to play not chat, because I have to make sure that I keep confirming people to my looking for group post to fill a session with 30 people. Because you can have 15 people to your post, and then you could decline all of the people and then just wait for more people, or you could just cancel the post and repost and make a new post and then try to get 15 more people, because you can have 30 people in a Grand Theft Auto 5 online session. So here we are finalizing this. I am finally concluding this, 45 minutes in. And, you know, I thank you for watching this far. If you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. It's very meaningful to me. And Xbox enforcement is very discriminatory, or they just want to hold a grudge against me for some odd reason. And I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe. I don't feel welcome on Xbox Live, but I still keep pushing. And I even still promote the Microsoft Rewards program. I still represent myself as my gamer tag and everything. I even with that permanent account suspension that I don't think I deserved, I still keep pushing. I still don't mind representing Microsoft and Xbox. But the way that Xbox enforcement operates, it's so unfair. They need to be limited on all of the things that they see from reports. And I've said that to them, to Xbox Support. I've expressed this to them, where it's like, there are too many assumptions where they could assume that my gender, my skin color, my religion, and that's not fair. Just so basically, when they see somebody getting reported, it just should say a user reported a user, and that's it. They shouldn't see the gamer tag, they shouldn't see the profile of the gamer tag, they shouldn't see any details of the person on their profile, nothing. They shouldn't know anything about the person unless necessary. For instance, if someone has a bad word in their gamer tag, like a bad word, I'm not even going to say an example, but if someone has a bad word in their gamer tag, like the word but, except ASS, right? Whatever. If they have that word in there and it gets reported, then that's the only reason they should be seeing someone's gamer tag, period. There should be more privacy in this whole world, let alone on Xbox Live. And so yeah, I feel very cornered, and I just don't feel welcome. And like I said, I feel unsafe, unwelcome, and defamed, and just excluded and limited, targeted, and it's just not fair to me. But I still push. Like, I literally do so much online interactions and community service by just engaging with Xbox Live and engaging with YouTube and engaging with Grand Theft Auto 5 Online and whatever other games I play. So it's like, I really care about gaming. And hashtag let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000. I made it a hashtag. I made it an Xbox club. The club has over 1,000 members now. So I feel accomplished. Those two screenshots, they have over 40,000 views each, because I've shared it up to about 40,000 times each. And I made it a YouTube playlist, and every time I get suspended after a while, I started documenting them suspending me for using a keyboard or for hosting my looking for group posts that said let's become trillionaires and rank 8,000. But now it's all reformed. I reworded it, and I'm still pushing the grind. I want people to grind, not fight, because it really translates to real life. You know, not to keep going on and on, but if there's a lot of violent people on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online and they just keep fighting and fighting and fighting, maybe, I don't want to assume, and I don't want to like label gaming or label shooter games as a potential threat to humanity, but sometimes there are people out there that might argue a lot over Xbox Live or on particular games like Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, and they fight and shoot and kill, and then they start arguing, and then it gets bad, and then they might go yell at their family members or yell at their neighbors or something. But you know, I don't see gaming like that. I see it as a great virtual reality. I see it as a great place to live a whole different realm, virtual reality realm, and it's just, it conserves, it takes away from pollution, especially Grand Theft Auto. It's so complex and big now. It's like real life. It's very if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, or whatever, Grand Theft Auto 7, whenever they decide, if they decide, hopefully they decide, please, 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 to add virtual reality, implement virtual reality to Grand Theft Auto 5, to Grand Theft Auto Online, it would be so amazing. Just overall, the whole experience would be so amazing. You know, just feeling like, oh, I'm in a hot tub at my penthouse, or I'm on my yacht, I'm in my very nice apartment, I'm in my garage, wherever it is. I'm in my very nice car, I'm on my very nice bike, I'm in my very nice aircraft. You know, when you see in first person, when on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, on the Xbox One or Xbox One S, or on PlayStation 4 probably, you know, when you change your camera angle to first person and you drive around and you can see the steering wheel in your hands and how you operate, and you can turn left, turn right, look out the window. Everything about Grand Theft Auto 5 Online is so appealing to me. I love it. And, you know, I just love it. And I love doing the grind sessions. I love Let's Become Trillionaires and Rank 8000. And I'm so passionate with defending my rights and defending the general population's rights, that it's like, you know, I don't even want to publicize this stuff on YouTube, and I don't even want to, you know, fight the system, so to speak, really, but fight for my rights, so to speak, and publicize it. But because of Xbox enforcement continuously targeting me, I felt the need to, you know, expose them, so to speak. You know, that's not right for them to make me feel like this. You know, an international corporation where they touch the whole world should not be making me feel uncomfortable, should not be making me feel unwelcome, excluded, demeaned, defamed, and yeah, those are all the words I could think of, that for the most part, and targeted, and, you know, so, and discriminated against, and so, yeah, and limited, right? And so, yeah, I had to call them out. I had to expose them. I had to make it a YouTube playlist. I had to make it a Xbox Club. I had to make it a hashtag. I had to make it a whole movement, a whole lifestyle, because, like, man, I'm here for the world, but, you know, I'm starting to learn, like, I come first, for the most part. Like, I come first, period. Like just like all these bands and all these musicians and all that, you know, they didn't individually listen to every critic and individually listen to every fan and hater and listen to every part of the community or their parents. And no, they kept crafting, they kept creating, they kept on making that music. So that's what I'm standing for from now on, is building myself, and not to, and I still keep publish. All my videos are about something. Everything that I stand for is about something. Every time I communicate with people, I'm very thorough. I type stuff out. I copy and paste things. I give information about, you know, if people ask about how to make money on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, hold on, Jack. I make sure to let them know, like they ask, how do you get all that money, or how should I make money? So I'll say www.socialclub.rockstargames.com/events. So then they can go check out the weekly events that take place, where they do double money RP, double money and double RP missions and stuff, where you can do missions or activities, you earn double money and double RP from it, and stuff like that. Sometimes even triple money and triple RP. And Jack, hold on, bud. And come here, bud. Come this way. So yeah, I'm very informative, I'm very helpful, and I never give up. Not for myself and not for others. I care about this whole nation. I care about this whole nation. I care about the things that I create, like IllumiNatey, which I call also known as Nation. I care about, you know, going backwards a little bit though, I care about this whole nation, the physical nation of America, the whole North America, Mexico, and Canada. I care about the whole world, and I appreciate the platform that I'm on. I appreciate Xbox Live. I appreciate Microsoft. I appreciate Rockstar Games. I salute you. I virtually salute you. I won't even physically salute you. Next time I get on Grand Theft Auto and I do a live stream, I'll salute you. My next live stream, just expect a salute, and that goes to Rockstar Games, Microsoft, and Xbox, and everybody that had everything to do with gaming technology and overall just computer technology, I respect you, but stop overpricing things too. I just gotta throw that out there before I end this video. Jack and I are getting tired, and I covered everything just now. So Jack and I, and a lot of people out there, are sick of being poor overall in real life and on the video game on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. By any means, I am not broke on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. You can call me anything you want, you just can't call me broke. And I'm at about 900 million total. That's how much I've earned total. I currently have about 15 million, and I'm grinding. You know what 900 million means, right? That means 100 million away from $1 billion. And I've done this within, I believe, 160 days played. So just to clarify, if you press start while you're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, and you go over to the stats tab, it shows you how much you've earned and how many days played, how many hours played, and how many minutes played that you've played on your character. And so, like I said, I've earned 900 million. I'm ranked 909 or 910, and I've done this within 160 days played. So if you come to me saying, I can't make money, I don't know how to make money, nope. Go check out www.socialclub.rockstargames.com/events and go grind. Yeah, you might not have as much time in your day as me to go grind like I do, and I don't even always have all the time in the world because I have to take care of this big boy right here. He's 10 years old now. And so yeah, the thing is people hang around and, you know, they hang around in free mode sessions and don't really do much grinding, and they just hang out, or they might fight each other, go shoot people, stuff like that, or whatever it is, or maybe they'll blow all their money on customizations or clothing or whatever it is, maybe race cars, fast cars, and sports cars and stuff like that. So this concludes my video, and I appreciate your time, your patience, and your energy, and so does Jack. Thank you for tuning in the visualization, and that is my explanation of all of my hashtags. I know I said that I was ending it at vegan, #vegan8, but this ends all of my hashtags. I might create more in the future, but thank you again for your time, your patience, and your energy. And again, thank you for tuning in the visualization. That is the explanation and the origination and how I formulated Let's Become, you know, the idea and everything else to do with it of hashtag Let's Become Trillionaires and rank 8,000. Again, thank you for your time, your patience, and your energy. Thank you for tuning in the visualization.